They got me a Superman cape, Jamie. And I was feeling cold blue, which means people are dying. And I don't know how to tell my son any of this, but I'm serving. I'm making the other patients get up. They got the Superman music for me when I would walk the halls. And I had old people walking with me.
You got other people to get
I had them walking with me. They got a plaque of me in the hospital right now. I go there and I serve the people there. All the heart transplant patients to show them we got this. I'm the one. I'm the hope. So now I'm walking 5 miles and I'm doing squats because I'm like, I'm going to have to get my chest cut open and I'm going to have to flirt with the devil. I know that. They're telling me you're going to have to. And I'm like, I'm not.
Wait, what do you mean?
You got to have to take the drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So June 1st, now I go and I go to check because the impeller pump is, I know this is so crazy. The impeller pump is, it relaxes your heart so that if your heart will recover, your heart's a muscle. So it pumps it for you so your heart recovers and it sees if you're going to need a heart transplant or not. And I'm sorry. This is just what it is. It's savagery in here today.
It is savage. Intense. The story it's diabolical and it's incredible. So like, tell me what happens next.
So now I go down to the cath lab and they're going to check to see if my heart is going to make it or not. And I kept saying, God, just keep my heart, you know? And Dr. Hassan said, your heart's dead. And it's like, that's like, think about that, Jamie. Like, okay, now I need a heart transplant. I need an arm debridement. I'm going to need a skin graft surgery. Am I going to live through all of this? Is this going to kill me in the hospital? I'm in an ICU unit and they're going to have this much of my skin missing. Am I going to live through all this? How about the fact that now I have to wait for someone to die? What am I doing with that? And then my heart was dead. And now I'm on the list for heart transplant. You know what you have to do for heart? Because you have to stay mentally strong in life. See, it all prepared me. My hard upbringing prepared me. Because I faced and overcame it.
Yeah.
It prepared me for this.
Why was your heart dead? Did they explain to you? They
still don't know.
That's crazy.
They still don't know. I'll tell you it was God. I could tell you my theory if you want.
Yeah.
I believe that God needed to remove the heart because it held too much of the generational curses, ancestral trauma. It had held my trauma. I think the vaccine might have played a part in it. I took the vaccines. I never felt normal after that. But I think that was all part of God's plan. It had to go. I have a gene called Titan. There's like 9 strands. The strand I have does not activate heart failure. So we don't know. No one in my family has had a heart transplant. There's only 30,000 people in the past 10 years in the United States has had a heart transplant. It's like 0.0001.16% people.
So how do you, when you get on the list?
So listen, this is what happens. So now I'm waiting and they said, because you're O positive, you're going to be on this list now for 6 to 8 weeks. It's a rarer type. It's not going to be easy to find. I've been in the hospital already 4 weeks. And so now June 1st, I go for the arm debridement, which is like, they're going to make it clean down that much. Wait for it to grow so then I could get skin graft surgery. So I was like, good, I'll get this done and then I'll get a heart transplant. So I go in on June 1st and I get this done. And then they come out the next day and they tell me you got a heart tomorrow.
My God.
One day.
How long are people typically on the list waiting?
You have to be near death to get on the top of the list, which is why I was. But people go 8 years out in society on medication. And that's why I don't question God, because what if they would have found it and then I'm on the list and I never get one? Like,
right.
But one day, I don't think I've ever heard of that. No one has. So I go in and it's like, they come in the morning and it's like, you pray. Am I going to wake up? Is this going to take? What is my life going to look like? What does all this look like? They're telling me I need people to take care of me. I can't go anywhere. You know, you can't travel for your immune system's lowered for the rest of your life. So I get the surgery, and if you look at my Instagram, you see gratitude is the greatest, gratitude and love. Gratitude, love, and service is the highest frequencies. And as soon as I get out, I'm on a ventilator and I write, I don't care about pain. I'm just grateful to feel, to be alive.
I love that picture.
And I was in that state, just gratitude in the worst pain. And now I have to flirt with the devil because I am in so much pain. I need Oxycontin and Dilaudid.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew at that time that it was like the darkness again fighting, because I believe when we're high vibrating beings that the light and the dark come for us.
Yeah.
And I felt like at that moment that it was like, you're vulnerable. Everything's been stripped from you. Here's your candy. Come with me. And I was like, yeah, bro, I know what you're doing. And I'm going to play with you because I'm going to serve. Mm-hmm. I know what's going on. And I took the medication. I lived through the transplant. The cleanings, the cleanings of my arm, Jamie. 25 days I was on Oxycontin. Even as I left the hospital, 25 days they would come and clean. I'd scream. I'd have to take it. But when I was done, and I didn't even withdraw. And I started my comeback. I had the discipline, the mindset, build back your body. The book that I started to write, it became a bestseller in 3 countries. Whenever we go through the hardest of times in life, we have to ask ourselves these questions. And my friend Nick told me this, and it was the greatest thing. He says, when you go through the hardest of times, you have to ask yourself, what's the gift in what you're going through? And what are you going to become because of it? And if you sit with that, and that is the only focus, is answering that and taking action in that, that's what I did. Mm-hmm. In April, that company that I helped grow, make millions of dollars. I mean, everything's a team, but I came in, it was failing, and I really helped change the direction. Cut me. So I lost all of my income and my heart, and I was building back my body. And I was like, I love this. How crazy is that? Because not only am I going to get to show the world that it doesn't matter where you start or what your current circumstances. If you have a vision for where you want to go, you have a vision for what's the greatest version of yourself. You shut all the noise, tubes in you, tubes in your neck, heart transplant, whatever it's the noise, shut the noise. Take massive action every day through the agreements you make with yourself around the vision that you set through intuition, through God, until it's a reality, and you rinse and repeat. And that's the only focus. And that's been my focus for the past 18 months. Even after they cut me in April, I bought another treatment center. I bought in with my brother, Jason Turner, Emotion Wellness. I own a place in mental health and substance abuse. Way better. Now I am an equity owner in that. I wasn't just a consultant getting... Mm-hmm. There are other things happening. Things with Darren are happening that would have never happened. Businesses, me and him, partnerships. Yeah. Never would have happened. Motivational speaking, never would have happened. How about the fact that my niece is with me 2 weeks before my heart transplant in Texas? She lives in Virginia. She's needed a kidney transplant her whole life. We knew this her whole life. What's the odds? We knew this our whole life. She comes with me 2 weeks before I get a heart transplant. I show her what it could look like. Life. What's the odds I growed my social media after all this? I have almost 50,000 followers. I made a call to action the other day about my niece because now she's getting worked up. What's the odds May 8th, the day I died, is the day that she's getting worked up for her kidney transplant? What's the odds that I do the call to action and I get like 20 people to go get tested for my niece because I became an influencer on social media because of everything that happened to me? What's the odds that my donor's sister went and get tested for my niece? What's the odds that on a random Friday night in the summertime, Jamie, I stop and get the mail and it's my donor's family? And I talk to my donor's mother, they're divorced, and then I talk to my donor's father. And he's getting married the next day. He's renewing his vows of 10 years. with his wife. What's the odds I drive 5 hours to Longview, Texas, and they all listen to our heart, Jamie?
So
all our sisters.
We didn't talk about Kelly yet. So can we talk
I
about
have a 19-year-old girl's heart in my chest. Her sister, Courtney, went and get tested for my niece. When you die and you're a donor, they doing her on a walk. She sent me the video. They harvest your fucking organs. I watched her walk. She said this was her last final act for you. I've been through so much.